What's up guys, it's Miranda with Serious Dance and Fitness, and today I'm going to be taking you through a 10-minute full body HIIT workout. The only thing you'll need for this workout is an exercise mat. This particular workout has 30 seconds of high intensity, 20 seconds of a hold, and then a 10-second rest. So we're going to start out first with inchworms. So go down and touch those toes, walk the hands out to a push-up, and then bring it back up. So again, we're bending over, walking out into that plank, going into the push-up, and then walking the hands back in to stand all the way up. We want to go as fast as we can control here. If you do need to drop down to your knees for that push-up, it's all good. And just make sure you're breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then we are going to walk it out and hold in a plank for 20 seconds. Now this plank can be done on our elbows, or we can be up on our hands, whatever you're more comfortable with. Just keep that belly button tucked in, suck it into your spine to really activate that core. And come on down, we're gonna stand up and get right into our double twist with a squat. So what we're gonna do here is jump to each side and twist our toes facing the right, the left, and then jump down into a wide squat in the center. On these twists, we're activating our core and really getting those obliques involved. And then in that squat, we're going as deep as we can and reaching towards the ground, but still keeping that back flat and that chest just a little bit up. We don't want to completely collapse that upper body. Then right after we're done with this, we're holding this squat. We are getting at the lowest point, keeping that back flat, that core tight, and those knees right over those toes. And come on out of it, shake it out. We have a 10-second rest right here. And then we are going to go into a tricep dip with a toe touch. So our fingertips are towards our glutes. We're gonna tricep dip, and then we are going to reach for the opposite foot with the opposite hand. So we wanna make sure that core is engaged the entire time, especially on those reaches. Since we are working with opposite sides, it's really good to keep that core activated and to keep that mind sharp. On that tricep dip, get as low as possible and only bend those elbows. Try not to get the hips involved. And then you're gonna straighten out those legs and hold it in a reverse plank. So in this reverse plank, we are squeezing our glutes and making sure our hips stay lifted. We don't wanna drop the hips, and we wanna try to make a straight line from your chin all the way down to your toes. And we're gonna come out of it. We have another 10-second rest right here. Then we're gonna go into some jumping lunges. So we wanna switch between our right and our left side in these lunges, and making sure that every lunge is done with proper form. Even though we're jumping, we need to make sure we're jumping those feet out to that 90-degree lunge position. If the jumping is too much, you can just step it back into a step back lunge. Just pick up the speed a little bit so we're still getting that heart rate up. Again, keeping that 90-degree bend on both knees, that back flat, and that core tight. The hold for this, we're gonna go into a wide squat, and we're gonna pulse it up and down. Now we wanna make sure the knees never get all the way straight. Focused on the inner thighs and the glutes with this wide squat pulse. Squeeze the glutes at the top every time, but make sure, again, not to straighten those knees. Moving into our final interval of this first round, we are going to do burpees. So take your level of burpee, whether it is just jumping straight back to that plank position and coming back up, jumping back and doing a push-up, or we can take it to a step back rather than a jump. We just want to make sure that whatever we're doing, we can maintain for this entire 30 seconds. And if you do add that push-up at the end, make sure you are keeping that core tight and those elbows out. And the hold for this position is our Superman. So you just want to get that belly on the ground and then lift that upper body up so it's not touching the mat. You can take 2 different levels with this and hold the arms out, or you can bring them tucked into your sides, just keeping that upper body off of the mat, whichever way you choose. And come on down. We have a 1-minute rest period right here, and then we're going to repeat the entire circuit one more time. So make sure in this rest you get water, you calm that heart rate back down, in through your nose, out through your mouth. This minute is used for recovery and to evaluate where we can push ourselves for the next round. So on this next round, either try to go faster, maybe try to work a little bit deeper in every position. Do what suits you, but just know we only have 1 round left and then we are done. And you have done every single exercise already, so you know what's coming, you know what your body can handle. So take a few more deep breaths, and then we'll get started again with those inchworms. And here we go. Go ahead and walk out into that push-up position, hit that push-up, and then walk those hands back to the feet. Again, try to maybe go for a little bit faster this round, or if the last round you did your push-ups on your knees, maybe try to do 1 or 2 full push-ups. If you do need to put a slight bend in those knees to achieve that inchworm, completely fine. Just do whatever you need to do to complete the exercise. Hold that plank. Again, if you want to take it up a notch from your last round, maybe that's coming up onto your hands instead of your elbows, or squeezing that core and squeezing those glutes even tighter than the last time. Just make sure you do not drop down. And now 10-second rest right here. Going into that double twist with a squat for this next one. So we're pointing our toes to the right side, left side, and then down into that squat. Keeping the top of our body facing forward, but twisting that entire lower section of our body to really involve those obliques. In that squat, see if you can go a little bit deeper than last round. See if you can move a little bit faster, but make sure to keep that breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Now we're gonna hold that squat, make sure those knees stay right on top of those toes, that belly button is to the spine, our core is engaged, and then to push ourselves with this, we can add a little bit of a pulse, just to keep everything activated a little bit more. Push ourselves, make sure we're going as low as possible. When stand up, 10-second rest to get down to our mat for that tricep dip with a toe touch. So fingertips towards the glutes, you're gonna lift those hips up, bend the elbows, and then reach for the opposite foot of the hand. So again, my left hand would be reaching for my right toe, and my right hand would be reaching for my left toe. Try to get a little deeper in that dip. And on the reach, activate that core. See how high you can move your foot to your hand to activate those lower abs a bit more. And for our hold, we have our reverse plank. So again, hips lifted, legs out straight, and hold. Really focus on your breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Know that we are almost done with this workout. You can do it. We're almost there. Come on down, standing on up for those jumping lunges. Again, in these lunges, we are thinking about 90-degree bends in both knees, keeping that back flat. And we want to go as fast as we can control and get down as low as we can control. Now, there's always that option to take it into the step back lunge, but I really want you to try to push yourself to see how long you can go with these jump lunges. Give it all the gas in the tank. We are almost finished. And we got that wide squat pulse, so hold in that wide squat. Think about tucking your glutes in and keeping that core tight. Again, we're pulsing up and down, but not fully straightening those knees so that we can really keep those inner thighs activated the entire time. And our final exercise, we have those burpees. We need to give it everything we've got in this very last set. So take it up a notch. If you didn't add the push-up on your last set of burpees, maybe add it in every other. All right, if you stepped it back, maybe try a few jump backs. It's the final 30 seconds of a high intensity work, so really try to push yourself. And drop it down for our final Superman hold. Really squeeze that lower back, squeeze those glutes together, and try this time to keep the arms overhead as long as possible to really activate that upper back as well. Try to think of keeping your arms in line with those ears. And come on down, go ahead and push it back into that child's pose. We are done with the workout. Just gonna do a few quick stretches right here, calm our breathing back down. Go ahead and push into that downward dog, pedal out the knees. Again, with a lot of cardio intensive stuff, our calves to get really tight. So really important to stretch out those calves and those quads. So let's go ahead and pull it into a quad stretch, take that heel to your glute, and then hug that knee to your chest. Just roll it out a little bit. Whatever you need to do to feel good, just make sure you take a moment to properly cool down. Breathe in through the nose, reach up and come down, forward fold. One more time, reach up and fold down. If you enjoyed this workout, don't forget to like and subscribe to my page.